Hello and welcome. This will be a reading for Leo for mid-April 2023. Welcome to the table, Leo. I have pre-shuffled the cards, but I will shuffle them again for you. I'll be using only one deck of cards. I'll be using a 3-card spread, so the recent past, the present and the very near future. It's just a quick reading to touch base with you and to see how you're travelling through April. And each one of these 3 cards will be clarified by 2 additional cards, and they'll all be from the one deck and all the cards will be in the upright position. The reading should only take about 10 minutes or so. I do hope you enjoy the autumn foliage and the rose from my garden, and there's a definite change today of winter pushing a little bit harder to try and come through. So a little bit different in the northern hemisphere, where I'm sure you're all excited to see spring coming your way. Okay, let's start the reading. Knight of Coins or Knight of Pentacles. What have we got there? The 7 of Wands and the 6 of Cups. An interesting combination. And on the bottom of the deck, you've got the High Priestess. So a little bit of intuition and time to think, taking some time out to think about something. Okay, Knight of Coins. So very slow moving energy here, Leo. It's money coming in, but it's, as you can see, he's quite static. He's having a little think about it before he comes towards you. He's certainly in no hurry to come towards you. He will get there, but in his own good time, and we all get very impatient waiting for someone to get there in their own good time. Me especially, I'm not noted for my patience, and this is going to require some patience on your part, Leo. So definitely money coming in, but it's going to come slowly. So new opportunity perhaps. You may be waiting for a job offer, you may be considering changing your job, but this is not something that's going to happen overnight. Okay, as you can see, this is quite a fiery, energetic card. This is squabbles or standing your ground, having to fight for what you want. As you can see, there's the 2 dogs are fighting there. One is slightly bigger than the other, so one is perhaps intimidating the other person. So maybe you've got someone who's trying to intimidate you. Maybe you're in a situation where you're being bullied. So this can be intimidation, bullying, standing your ground, people sort of prodding at you, irritating you, trying to get you fired up, and people can do that deliberately, or just something that's got you a bit riled. Definitely you've got an energy at the moment of being a little bit riled up, a little bit stirred up, needing to defend yourself, and that's not really the most comfortable energy to be in when you're always defending yourself. But take the higher position if somebody is determined to stir you up. Maybe take a step back just to see where that gets you, because sometimes by reciprocating, you're encouraging the other person to keep going. But see how you go. That's something you'll have to assess for yourself. Okay, here's the 6 of Cups. So 6 of Cups is about nostalgia, looking backwards, perhaps thinking about when times were a little bit easier. And that can be childhood, but it can also just be a time when life seemed a little bit less of a struggle, when you had perhaps a little bit more time for some fun, and perhaps a time just to be creative and relaxed. That's what this card is suggesting, is that perhaps you need a little bit more fun, perhaps you're not having time to be creative, not time to relax, no time for yourself, no time to just let go and have life in a very simple way. So that's a very interesting little story. There's as you can see in the flower here, that's a resurrection. That's like an iris. So that comes out of the mud and is a sign of renewal and rejuvenation. So there's good hope there. This High Priestess card, as you can see by her posture, she is having a little bit of a think, going quietly within, trying to use your intuition and trying to figure out what's the best course ahead. Maybe not quite sure. You're trying to balance that. It's in the moon, so some things may be hidden from you. It could be that you have just lost your way a little bit, or it feels like you've lost your way. Let's have a look at what these clarifying cards are giving us. This is also a card of, I've just noticed the plants at the bottom here. They're acanthus flowers, and they're traditionally very ancient plants that were used in healing and medicine. So the word medicine is coming to me for any of you that are involved in maybe studies or medicine. I'm just getting the word, the sense of healing, which is not normally associated with this card, but because of the plants and because of the background, I'm getting a sense of, there's some sense of something to do with healing here. So I'm not entirely sure what that's all about. So something is going quite slowly. We'll have a little bit of a look. Let's see if we can clarify these cards and get a little bit more information. Sometimes it's not very clear in the initial stages. Okay, we've got Judgment. 8 of Pentacles. Okay, so something about your work and the way you've been putting your energies. Got the Queen of Swords. Lovely. The World. Wow, you definitely are. You're definitely closing off a cycle here. The Sun. Beautiful. And the Fool. Oh my goodness. Wow. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You got 5 major arcana on the table, Leo. So you've definitely got some big energies that you're dealing with in April. Okay. So Judgment. Okay, here's a call to you. Either an announcement or a call. A call to action. A call for you to look at your life and to review your life situation. This is also a card of second chances, so perhaps you are being given a second chance at something, so definitely this is a card of second chances. It's also a call for you to reflect on where you are in your life at the moment, what you want from your life, what you expect, what you hoped for, and what you dreamed for. You know, and there's that question that you can always ask yourself, if tomorrow was my last day and they said to me, I've only got 1 year to go, what is it you'd like to do? So maybe this is a little bit of a call to you to stop and review. Maybe you've been putting a lot of hard work and effort into something and you're getting a little bit weary perhaps. Usually the 8 of Pentacles is working hard and being satisfied with what you're doing. But because of the Judgment card and because of the Knight of Coins, perhaps you're feeling that it's all going too slow and the effort you're putting in, you might feel as though you're never going to get where you're trying to go. Here we've got the Queen of Swords. And as you can see by her posture, she's challenging you. She's standing straight forward looking at you, asking you to use your intellect, use your wisdom, make any cuts in your life that you need to make cuts. She's got 2 swords there. She's ready with action with one. She's got the other down beside her. She can use both if she needs to, but one is used often to cut things out. So if you need to cut things away from your life that are no longer good for you or that you feel are holding you back, not giving you the kind of progress you need through your life, then perhaps you may need to cut some things out of your life. And only you can decide what those things are. But this is a highly intellectual. It can be quite a cold and clinical card. So, you know, if you need to be cold and clinical about something, this is what this card is actually suggesting to you. And that's, you know, you've got the High Priestess, so this is after you've had your time to think. You know, think first. Think first before you take any action. Make sure that's clear. Make sure that you are decisive in the things you want to do, and then you can take action, okay? Here we've got the World, so definitely a world is closing off for you. I think you feel perhaps that whatever this is in the recent past, you've given it all you're going to give it. You've decided enough is enough. I've put my energy there for long enough. I now want something different. I'm going to chase a new path. And I think that's what this Queen of Swords is all about. And you could have met some resistance. This is a card of resistance. So this can be resistance in your own mind as well. So this argument, standing your ground, perhaps a partner is giving you resistance, your family can give you resistance. That is a card of resistance. So, but it looks to me like you are saying enough. I've given it enough of my time, enough of my hard work and my attention. You want some happiness. And here is that card of happiness. You are going to chase some happiness. You're going to follow some dreams. You're going to make yourself happy. You're determined to start a new journey. So not only have you got the Fool and the Sun and the Queen of Swords, I think you're definitely going to start something completely new. You're just going to start. You want that more. You want a more carefree life, and I think that's indicated here by this Six of Cups. You're looking for something where you have a little bit more freedom, a little bit more carefree attitude, where you don't have so many worries and concerns. You'd like a new start. You want something fresh, and you want this happiness, and it's there for you. So Leo, once you make sure you've given it enough time, make sure you actually spend some time really deeply thinking about what it is you want. Meditate on it if necessary. Don't be in a rush, because this card is, as you can see, this is not a rush card. Make sure you give it sufficient time, and then by all means, go ahead, make those cuts, make those decisions. Be definitive, be certain. Don't worry about this business of this resistance, because you've already had enough. Your cycle is over, and you are going to finish that cycle off. It looks like you're stepping out of that pretty much mid-April sometime, and you are going to go ahead. You're going to chase this happiness. You're going to begin something new. You're not entirely sure where it's going to take you, but you're not really concerned about that. You just want a little bit of freedom. I hope this has helped, Leo. Thank you so much for watching. Bye for now.